Good morning. Is it
Good
morning? It is
morning.
still morning.
It's still morning.
We're doing this on a pretty, unusual day and time. We've done this
Right.
before, but
Yeah.
I mean, maybe once, twice. We've done it before. So here go out. Listen. Look at this already.
Hey.
Hey, little
Good
baby.
morning.
Good morning.
It's been a while.
It's
I
been a
ain't
good
seen
little
y'all in the
while.
month of Sundays.
I mean, if I think it truly was a month of Sundays because once the holidays roll and us, Thursday
Yeah.
nights,
And I missed the last holiday show,
and you
with
missed the
the
last one.
the
That's absolutely
Avengers.
true.
I missed
Uh-huh.
it. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely been a
Yeah,
month of
so let's
Sundays for
let's let's
me.
like this stream. Let's get some eyes on this stream. Pass it along, like it, share it on Instagram. I'm sorry, on X, YouTube, Instagram, everywhere you know where we are. But yeah, it's been so long. It seems like every time we were, a Thursday night, every big holiday was happening on a Thursday night.
Christmas, New Year.
Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, and then last
Mhm.
Thursday, yesterday, no, not yesterday, a couple of days ago was another big event. So we conceded. We
We was
conceded.
not competing
We
with
were not going
UM
to compete.
because baby, I wasn't
Decided
gonna be
to
paying no
concede
attention anyway. Okay.
and come on here today and get y'all attention while
Okay.
y'all probably what y'all doing? Cleaning the house, um,
Right.
relaxing, maybe even running some errands. Like turn us on in your car if you're riding around running errands.
Yeah,
But
put
just
it on the
we just had
phone.
to come in and speak to our folks. It's been a good little while, so it's time to you know bring it all around. I'm sorry about my ring camera, but how's everything been going? The weather is taking folks in and out of allergies, flu symptoms, and all that good stuff. So I hope everybody is keeping themselves hydrated and medicated and all the things. So we've had a lot of things happen in since the last time we've talked, which honestly we've also been on with the Avengers. Remember that? So it's not like we
Yeah.
just have not been visible at all, but we've kind of gone on with our Avenger family, FAMU friends as well. So
Yeah, but as far as Fame Exchange Live is concerned, it's been
it's been, yeah,
I just can't even get over how many things have transpired since we have actually. I think the last time we did get on after Cozy got released, correct? I think we did. Yeah, we did.
uh,
Did we?
um, you know, I know for sure the Avengers did for sure. I don't, I don't think we did. We might have, but again, it's been so long, so that's even hard to remember. That was last year.
Correct. We in a new
Even though it was
season.
only
We
72
all
days ago.
in. We
We're
all
all
in
in
with
with
Quinn.
Coach Quinn.
Right.
So
So
here we are. We got people I see you showing. Hey, Miss Gail,
Miss
Happy
Gail,
New
how
Year.
was your holiday? That's my girl. I
She
love Miss
said it's
Gail.
cold. She said it's cold in Cleveland. I bet it is.
I love Miss Gail. That's my girl right there, y'all.
It's a lot of transitions like this. Whether that, yep, that's right. We've had a lot of transitions. Here go our other girl. Hey, Satet.
Hey, now that's my real girl right there too. Oh no,
No,
all
no,
y'all
no,
my
no, no,
girl.
no, no. All y'all out there. Catch it.
That's my girl, Sate. I love Sate, y'all. That's
Yes,
my girl
Ted.
right there.
So Ted is a real rattler, y'all. That's our
Is
girl.
all
Um,
y'all. Oh
really,
y'all,
all of
I love
y'all.
y'all. I
Like,
love y'all. What Monique say? I love you for real.
I
Okay,
love you for real. In
I
real
love
life,
y'all for
that's
real.
that rattler. That's that rattler family love. Like we
It
just,
is. But Sate, me
you
and
feel.
Sate got that
Yeah, they connect.
rattler hurricane. Look, we you
South
know what I'm
Florida.
saying. You know what I'm saying. So yeah. But anyway, while we saying bidding all of our folks good morning and welcoming them back to the new year to this show, what are we getting? First of all, our girl, let's clap it up for our girls who got that dub. We
That
won the
dub.
women's conference.
Okay.
We beat Grambling
Family.
2
Now,
times.
fellas, we need y'all to follow suit. Okay.
Cause y'all know it's personal.
Y'all know it's real personal over there. Over there, the
It's
Grambling, the Grambling Tigers coming for it now.
personal. It's personal. So
Well,
yeah.
listen, it's personal. We do understand, but come on, fellas, we need y'all to go and just simmer it on down, simmer down. It's hot. It's hot in the streets as it
Yeah,
pertains to Grambling
and let me tell you
basketball.
something. That team that I saw play against Bethune Cookman, who was projected to be number one, y'all can do it.
You
Y'all
absolutely
can
can.
100%
You
go in there and
absolutely
beat
can.
Grambling. Cause if we're being honest, girls and boys, we could have won that game. It wasn't no, we didn't get, you know what I'm saying? We didn't get taken up and through there. We could have won that game. Both of the games were extremely close.
They were winnable. They were competitive.
We were winning at some point. So, and that's the number 1 seed, or projected to be the number 1 seed in the conference. So, y'all go in there and give Grambling.
And I'll say this specifically about the Bethune men's team. They literally have talent on that team. Like, first of all, there's talent across the SWAC and across basketball, men and women. We've seen this preseason that we've done a lot more winning, or at least been competitive with schools that have bigger budgets than us, that have 3, 4, 5-star athletes that should be beating us by 20, 30, 40 points that we've been competitive with, or beat. So let's just be honest and say SWAC basketball is about to be fun anyway.
I can't wait till March.
I can't wait for the
I can't wait for the tournament. Yeah, this will be my 3rd year going.
It's gonna be fun. Baby, everybody, and then you got everybody going anyway this year, which was something new.
It's gonna be so fun, y'all.
Fellas,
I might take off work.
Fellas, listen. We can absolutely beat Grambling. Grambling is good, and we're not gonna act like Grambling is a good basketball team. But we can do exactly what we did when winning Bethune. I'm pretty sure plenty of people didn't expect us to compete at the level and make it a winnable game for us either. So we can do it. We can absolutely do it.
Absolutely.
I guys have to learn. Yeah, I believe that, and it's still early. That's both men and women too. Yep.
Yeah.
Gotta finish. Gotta be disciplined, and that's just the way it goes. You got to be able to play together. Whatever 5 is on the court at the same time, men and women, you have to be cohesive and gel. It's no different than any other sport. You got to be able to gel together.
And I'm gonna tell you this. Just because I'm partial to her, and because she's fire. Okay, true freshman Cornelia, she was out at the Bethune game. We lost by how many points?
2.
That game.
Was it 2
or 3?
We talking Bethune, right?
Yeah, the Bethune.
I believe it was a 2-point game.
I believe if my girl was playing, we would have won that game, because my girl averaging 10 to 12 points.
Got to be somewhere between 10. Yeah, 10.
We would have won that game. Cornelia.
Oh, it was a 1-point game, scale.
Oh, so then
I thought it was 2 points.
We would have won that game.
Yeah, because you got to consider that. Like when one of your valuable players is
completely out. So she's nursing a knee injury, and she'll be out for the next. I think she's out the next 2 weeks, and she'll be back after that. Well, now it'll be 1 week. But she'll be back after that. My girl, we would have won that game.
Listen, that's my girl too. Like that.
I love her.
I'm trying. That's my girl. I from the first game, hey Demetria,
and she coming off the bench,
and she's coming off the bench.
Yeah,
right.
She coming off the bench
and plays well against Power 4 teams, which the talent is different. The strength and conditioning is different over there. Everything is different over there. So for her to come off the bench and pretty much be in double digit average and make an impact on the game as a true freshman.
She was that girl in high school though. So I thought she was at my school. The last school I taught at in high school. Yes, Ellington. Yep.
Yes.
She's from the school that I taught at. One of the students there, and she was that girl in high school too. So she already had a special place in my heart. Then she came to my school and started balling, baby. It's a wrap. I love her. She's mine. So she's nursing an injury, but she'll be back in the next week or so.
But I love point guard.
She's nice.
She playing her heart out. She is playing every night.
Yeah,
she's nice. Almost putting this team on her back.
Yeah. She getting a little foul trouble, or she did. Game,
and for her to be what her height, because let's just be honest, like 5'2". and we got to be honest. The women are getting taller. Basketball, the sport for women, the height is making a difference. It didn't make a difference because most women were roughly, you had a couple of outliers, but everybody was roughly.
Back in the day, you
was like a giant. You felt like a giant to most of us, but point guards are now 5'9". The centers and for women are now 6'3".
I was going to say, you got them in high school, 6'2", 6'3".
Exactly. So for her to be at her size with basketball, where height matters, 100%, she come out there with a big heart on that court every game and carrying the team. Pure for it, absolutely. It's a Mighty Mouse. I like that.
Pure for it. That's what it is. Pure for it.
Yep. She absolutely has that Mighty Mouse, that big heart, small frame mentality, and she's carrying that team in true point guard form, because that's what point guard should do. You quarterback of the offense. So shout out to the women's basketball team. We got some, of course, the SWAC play. We end it now. So
All we got to do is learn how to finish. We just got to learn how to finish.
When we get that finishing part down,
because we be leading double digits. We just got to learn how to finish.
This is the thing. I think that once, because a lot of that is just like learning how to win, learning how to gel together. What do you do in the games? Play together. So you saw how they finished, and then they took it. They carried that into Grambling. So let's carry that into our next game, because
who we got? Southern.
I believe it's Southern. Yes. Now Southern on the women's side. Let's be honest.
They like that. That's the girls team that beat the most out of conference opponents. That Southern women's team. But they
Southern has our girl. Southern has a girl.
I'm about to say they need to be playing the tip because they got a former Rattler, Miss Delancey. We love Olivia though. We love you. But baby, it's up against you, since you gotta
protect the shield. You know how I go. We gotta protect the shield,
my girl. We love Olivia, but baby, it's up that night. Okay.
Yeah. So shout out to both men's and women's basketball. I tell you this, let's just talk about the fact that basketball in general has been a struggle for us Rattlers, and we're coming around the mountain. We're really coming around, and we need to, because again, SWAC basketball across the board is improving. Coaching is improving. Athletes are improving. Style of play is improving. So we're not gonna be left behind. Not the Rattlers.
Not the number one publication we see you, as y'all love to say.
You hear me?
Not the number one.
We gotta, no matter what you say, we're not gonna be left behind. We're gonna compete too, and we're gonna come and bring our heart and get some athletes in here that can compete, that are smart on and off the court, that have integrity and all the things that it requires to be a Rattler. So I'm with it, and I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. I am super, super excited about basketball for us in the conference. Let's take this winning and competitive attitude to our next competition. We got some big games, Southern and Grambling, coming up for both men and women on either side of the field. So these are two big games that's coming up, and it's personal for a couple of folks. And we gotta simmer down. We gotta simmer down that hot fire that's going on right now. But anyway, so we cover men's basketball. Softball is ramping up. Track is ramping up as well, and they actually have a meet. I believe it might be today. A track meet today.
I'm ready to see softball kick behind.
I'm ready to see softball as well. I'm excited about softball. I'm very excited about our pitcher. I've always been excited about our pitcher.
Yeah, she's nice.
Zoriana. She's always been a class act.
It's huge.
And so yes, excited for all our winter sports. And that's one thing we do have to make sure that we're always supporting all sports. We have winter sports, we have spring sports, should I say? They all compete, and we know that about family.
I'm about to say track has always competed. That Florida speed, baby. We always been nice.
Right. We had our track meet yesterday, and we did well. Mm-hmm. Coach Ellenwood, I talk to him often, and help him with some things that he needs to get done with his program. Very humble guy. Very, very, he loves his athletes. He does everything he can to take care of them.
We have a track athlete on NIL.
Yep, we have. Yep. Mm-hmm. And we also help another one. So just know, as a member, you are contributing to, you're absolutely contributing to the track program as you contribute monthly. Have an amazing weekend, ladies. Thank you. We appreciate you for watching it. Come back and keep watching us.
Make sure you hit the like before you
Make sure you hit the like. Make sure you subscribe. Tiger King. We appreciate all the views, and share it. Let somebody else know that we over here having a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, track. We have a track athlete as well, and actually two. So we are contributing to the benefit and the betterment of the track program. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, other things kind of transpire. Let's go down our list. Want to make sure that we are covering and giving some love across the board to our programs. And we had, for example, volleyball. Of course, volleyball season has already ended, but it ended on the tail end of the year. And we received a message, had the opportunity to briefly speak to Coach Goat Khan. And he was appreciative of the coverage of the volleyball program, and he's working hard as ever to keep that program at championship level. I love those girls, those volleyball athletes as well, because you just hear them like they just got championship embedded in their brains. Like,
yeah,
it's nothing. Like, what else is it for them? Like, when you hear them talk, it's championship or bust type mentality, and it doesn't mean you win a championship every year. Well, in our case, we technically do, but it means that you have the competitive and the will to win. Those are the kind of athletes that raise the profile of your program. So Coach Gokhan is doing an amazing job recruiting, and bringing in, and even going in and coming out number one.
And infusing championship pedigree, because all of them come in with that same mentality that even if I don't necessarily go into the tournament as the number one seed, them girls understood I'm gonna protect our house and we're gonna win this thing, and that's what they did. You know what I'm saying? They came, the tournament is at FAMU, baby. We're gonna win.
You're not gonna walk up in here.
You're not gonna walk up in our trap and take over our trap. Right. So they came in. That starts with the coaching, where he says, okay, I don't care what seed we came in as, we are going to come in and we're going to protect our house, and that's championship pedigree. That's understanding that we're winners. This is a winning program, and I love Gokhan for that, because baby, I don't care what it looked like, what it seemed like. He knows how to win. He found a way to win. That's real good coaching right there.
And that's the kind of attitude and pedigree that you want to filter over into all our programs.
Absolutely.
Every sport.
Speaking of winning.
Speaking of
infusing
are you all in?
Championship. Are you all in? Speaking of infusing championship pedigree. Speaking of confidence. Speaking of winners. Did y'all hear our newly hired football coach at his press conference yesterday? I had to go back and watch it because of course I was at work, couldn't get away, but I went back and watched it, baby. It's a little bravado. It's a little confidence. It's a little It's a little
aura. What they say, aura.
It's a little bravado that's coming up off of Quinn. Quinn coming in there and it's a little chip. Like, I ain't who y'all thought I was in 2019 against Youngstown, and in 2010, 2011.
When he was 19. When he was 19 against Youngstown, and then in
2010 and 2011 as an OC. My first coach, he said, I ain't that.
I love the way he came in there and owned the room. It was a joint press conference, but when he had his time to talk, it became his.
It definitely. I was like,
okay, you hear? Like, and that's what you want to hear. That's true Rattler spirit. You're right, Satet. That is absolutely true Rattler spirit.
It definitely is, because we brag different.
That's what we scared of.
You know what I mean? It was definitely giving that.
Bust through the goal. We here now. What?
Quinn definitely matriculated. He definitely matriculated on that hill.
Oh, he's absolutely a Rattler. Listen.
Yeah, it was giving Rattler.
That door and said, "I'm here now." Like, what y'all talking? And I'm with it, because there's a level of confidence as a coach that you just have to have, even as an athlete. But it's a type of confidence you have to have as a coach too. If we look at all the coaches, even if we go up to Power 5 level, every coach that has won, they have this aura, confidence, and ability to make you believe that they know what they're doing.
Look at Signetti. Signetti ain't won nothing on the D1 level, and he came in there and said, "I'm a winner. Google me.
I'm a winner. Google me." Google me.
I'm a winner. Google me, and he has gone out there and proven it. And what I heard Quinn say is, he say, I'm a D2 national HBCU champion. He said, I ain't who I was in 2019 or 2010, 2011. He said, I'm a D2 national championship coach that took my previous program to heights that they had never been. Won the most amount of games that they've ever won. So he clocked all y'all that
clocked the team. And here's the thing. Everybody has an opportunity to grow. When you come home, you do have to set the standard of, hey, you knew me when I was 10. I'm 25 now. You knew me when I was 19. I'm 45 now. I'm not 19 anymore. I'm not the quarterback or the previous position coach, the OC. I'm not even the Albany State head coach anymore, which was a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure like growth is inevitable. And that's what I love to hear, because that means that he's evolving as he coaches and as he goes through this thing, which is what you also need. And I believe in him. Like I was already one before the press conference. Let's just be honest. I've heard him do some interviews in the past. I've had some brief conversations with him. We've had conversations with Coach Quinn already, and I was already one. But
he got the same mentality for real, y'all. It is not no show.
Listen, And I can tell you now, a lot of us already know Coach Quinn because he's this is home for him. But I can assure you that the same energy he gave over that press conference, the same energy he gave us in our private conversation, he is not putting on.
He is not. Quinn is really.
Trust me, and we're laughing because the specific conversation we had. You wouldn't expect it. It's some other coaches that wouldn't have made them statements. They would have.
And let me say this to that point. To that point, Ashley and I, y'all know we talk all the time, on and offline, all day, really. And I've always said that, previous and other coaches, there's a certain bravado that you have to have. There's a certain swag and not arrogance, but confidence, that you have to have, that you talk, even if you are not certain necessarily about what you're, what's going to happen. That what you're going to put out, the effort that you're going to put out is going to yield results. And I can always respect that. And when you come out and you say we're going to win, and you say I'm going to restore the strike, and you're going to, you know what I'm saying? That's a certain confidence that I can respect, because it is something that has been missing in programs prior. So
right. So we love it. The energy is there. We are pushing along that Restore the Strike campaign as a community, and that's big to come together and also continue to support that.
Also, for those of our members, those of you, if you are a member and you give monthly and you have not had the chance to donate to the Restore the Strike, know that your dollars are being put towards the Restore the Strike campaign, because Fang Exchange is giving. Have we done it yet, Ashley?
We have not officially done it yet, but we are preparing to what I would really like to do is just to work on getting the page set to put towards it. But if that cannot happen at this point into the campaign, we are going to just go ahead and give a monetary donation,
a nice gift,
a nice size donation to the Restore the Strike campaign, because again, we are a part of that ecosystem that we heard to speak of. We are part of that grassroots project that all of us who come together in different forms to come together and ultimately support this athletic department. So we're absolutely going to put money towards that campaign from Fang Exchange, and you all represent Fang Exchange,
right? So everybody that's what I was saying. If you give to Fang Exchange, just know that you have done your part, and you have supported All In with Quinn, because Fang Exchange is giving a nice gift a nice donation towards the campaign. So go ahead and brag. If you are a member, you have whether you've done it, personally or whatever, you are a part of that, because everything you do monthly, it goes for us to be able to put out those fires and give those donations. So thank you to all our members. That's a good place to segue. If you are not a member, please go ahead and make sure you join Fang Exchange, because we're going up, like they say in church. I don't know, me and Ashley church kids, so we talking church euphemisms. Every round goes higher.
We do. You hit that one, friend.
Every round goes higher. So we in 2026 now.
We are
do better than 2025. Got to do better than 2024, 2023. So definitely put that on the chat. If you're a Dillard alum, or if because not only is Quinn a Rattler, Quinn is a South Florida
Dillard alum.
He's the South Florida Rattler. So if you know a Dillard alum or Broward, Fort Lauderdale alum, make sure you join in that, because we want to get him to his goal. His goal is $250,000, which is a small ask for us. Last time I checked, we were at like 67,000.
Are you referring to the Restore the Strike?
Yeah.
Oh no, baby. You said no, baby.
Oh, it done went up.
Oh,
I ain't even checked. I ain't checked in a few days.
No,
what we at now?
We at let me double check for you. I'm also gonna put this the link in the chat, or and while I'm doing that, I want to make sure I point this out. Hitman 1887. Thank you, as we've already said, for being a member. You and anybody else who is watching right now or may watch later, but just know that these are the types of things that we deem important.
Yes.
As leaders of this organization, we will always, deem these types of things important. So this is where we show that we are literally serious about helping our athletes, helping our coaches, helping the program in the department. This is a
Absolutely.
serious matter for myself and Tashay and our other. There are other individuals that help us.
Yeah.
In the background, this is how we roll, and we sticking together. We're a community. We're Rattlers. But let me double check and give you this. Give us all this new number.
We like the
Because
in Black Panther, what the Dory, what's the name of the women,
I know what you're
so
talking about.
the
I can't.
Dory
It's not
Milaje,
coming up.
what it's called, Dory Milaje, whatever it was, what she said, we are what she said, what did she say? Our loyalty is to the throne, honey.
You hear
So
me?
we
To the
loyal to the
throne.
Shield. So all in with Queen, baby. Fang Exchange
All
is
in.
loyal to the Shield. Okay, so always we are going to support whatever coaches
Mm-hmm.
come in, and as long as they are advancing
The
the
department. Yep.
yeah, and the progress of FAMU athletics, that's what we're going to do. So as a member, like I said, even if you have not, know that as a member, you have donated to the campaign, because Fang Exchange is going to give a nice donation. So thank you to all of you that give every month. We also, of course, we're coming into a new season. We already talked about some of the other athletes that we have that are signed. And of course, with new coaching comes new
New
staff
athletes,
and also
new
new
staff.
athletes.
Mm-hmm.
So we can be looking towards that to see, who will be joining Fang Exchange as far as athletes are concerned. And we have been in conversations with Coach Quinn. He said over 85K yesterday.
Yes, it's 86 right here. $86,785 is the current total as we speak, and it keeps going. We want to as a community, we want to complete this goal by January the 31st. So it's about 21 more days. So we have plenty of time to hit that $250,000 goal. So,
Absolutely.
and what we got, 75,000, upwards of 80,000 alums. We can absolutely meet that $250,000 goal. Great day to you as well, Kingdom Building 87. And one thing that, as we talk about this press conference and this introduction of Coach Quinn and being all in, there's some things they discuss. And oftentimes you see campaigns rolling out and you don't always know what they're going towards. And we know it's for the greater good of the football program. But one thing that he kind of mentioned was about the iPads and the technology
Yeah.
that he believes will benefit our athletes as they are learning plays, reviewing old film.
In
So
game too.
in game and out of game, because
Mhm.
when you consider like NFL and even college level, with bigger budgets, Power 4 level organizations, they have iPads that they keep or carry around with them that has all types of details infused into the iPads that keep everybody on the same page. Your
They
playbook is
go
there.
right to the sideline and get on the iPad, and they can go
Yep.
back and look at plays where they messed
Mhm.
up, what happens, and it helps them to make in-game adjustments.
And I remember like even Coach Gordon came in, I believe, and no, it was Coach Curry at the time, I believe, who
Yes,
asked for
he
iPads
won.
for the basketball team, and the 2020 quarterback club made that happen. But we have to consider a basketball team is less than 20 athletes.
Right.
15, 12 to 15, depending on how they work it. So it's a much smaller goal to reach when you need iPads for less than 20 as opposed to iPads for 80 to 100. So
Yeah.
anything with football is always going to triple, maybe even quadruple in cost because of the number of people that you have to support when you do it. So that's one of for sure. It may not be all of what they intend to put towards with this all-in Restore the Strike campaign, but I do know for sure that making sure that we can get that technology and that advancement and that modernization, which was a key word that our new AD, John A.D. Davis, mentioned as well, is to modernize our athletic department across the board. So it's a part of that modernization. So let's keep the momentum going. We'll continue to push the restore the strike campaign. We will continue to give where we can and when we can. We, like I said, we got 21 days, about 3 weeks. Some paychecks will roll in. Additional paychecks will roll in to continue to support.
I was just about to say that. I was about to say when Ashley finished. And people feel however they feel about whatever. But I'm gonna say this, and this is personally for me. This is not representative of Fang Exchange or Ashley. This is just me. I personally can appreciate, because what people have to know, not only did he say that this was something the AD, if you did not watch the press conference, the AD committed him and his wife to give $10,000 every year to athletics personally. Right. And so those were keywords for me. Two things that stood out. He said yearly, and he said him and his wife. So that means that this is not something he's talking about coming out of athletic budget or whatever. This is something he is taking from his own personal paycheck, him and his family. Okay. For somebody that's not a Rattler or whatever, he's investing into the program that he's trying to build. He got my respect for that. He don't have to do that because his service is in his work. You know, he's going to work for the program, but he's also putting his money where his mouth is. And I think that oftentimes we as Rattlers talk about that. You know what I mean? Like, what are you really investing? What are you, especially coming in from what we call the outside in? I respect that 100% because he came and he said, me and my wife are going to give $10,000. And he said yearly, not no one time donation. He said every year he's going to do that. That's
$100,
respectable.
and he also asked the alums, which is what which is what is being mentioned here. Asked us
Oh,
all
yes.
alums to give $100
That's not a lot,
a year.
y'all.
That I mean, we
That's less
literally
than $1 a day.
right. So that's something that we all can do, and not just us on here, because sometimes we talk to each other and we preach to the choir. But there are thousands of us who love Rattler football, Rattler basketball, Rattler soccer. Sorry, we don't have soccer. Softball. Being a number one
Volleyball,
public
golf.
HBCU,
Yeah.
golf. Love wearing our orange and green when we're in the airports and all over
Right.
the country and
And
outside of the
bragging
country. We love to brag.
on
So
our
this is the
Ivy
perfect
League
opportunity to
entrance
put our money where our
criteria.
mouth is. Exactly. It is never a time where I'm not hyped when I see orange. I mean, when I see orange and green at this point, because I recognize that there's University of Miami, there's so many other places that use orange and green. But
Don't get me
when I
started.
tell you there's so many times that if I see orange and green, I'm already automatically like hype about it because I'm just making it about FAMU, and it may or may not be. So again, giving $100 for the year, all of us,
Nothing.
and it's almost, you don't always get 100% participation from anybody, but a high percentage of participation would
Sure
yield
do.
major results for this athletic department. And I can also appreciate that he came through the door in his press conference making a yield, a request to and a buy-in from us as alums who maybe a lot of us give much more than that, but there are a lot of alums who sitting on the sidelines for any given reason, and this is an easy ask and a reasonable ask from him of $100
He
a month.
did two things that I have always wanted or always said that I think is important. He came in with a specific ask, right? We say all the time, okay, tell me that's one thing in being in this space now with NIL and dealing with boosters and quarterback club and all that stuff. What we've heard a lot is that a lot of alums they want one ask one time a year. They want you to tell them what you want or what you need from them one time a year. You know what I mean? And they want you to tell them what they're supposed to give. They want to do it one time and that's it. So he did that and I can respect it. And then he came in investing personally. He won my respect as far as that is concerned. Now, of course, the all-knowing eye is still watching. But those two things were very impressive to me. Because he don't have to do that. He did not have
No,
to say that me and my wife are going to give.
he's in his employee spot. He can just come in
Yeah,
and do the
we
work and
can,
put
we
his head
can't
down
do
and keep
nothing
it
here now. So he came in giving personally, and he gave us a specific ask. He did not have, as our president would say, a concept of a plan for what he wants. Right? He told us specifically, give us $100 a year. We could do that. We spend more than that a month probably for coffee. I know I do. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
hey Kelvin. Yeah, he did. He came in. He came in swinging, in my opinion, in the manner of saying, "Hey, like, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to do." And
the modernization of our athletic department.
modernization.
We
Yep.
behind on a lot of
In
things.
some places. Yep.
Yeah, I believe that's good. And if we're behind in some places, we're behind in all places essentially, because that means that somebody has to step up on us. And what I like what Quinn said is he said he want to restore the program, and I think this goes into what the AD was saying. He said he want to restore the program to its prominence, not just in HBCU football, but in FCS football. And I can appreciate that because I think that a lot of times on our level, we aspire to be, HBCU good or SWAC conference good, but he said, no, we're going to restore the prominence because we should be able to go out and compete. If our scholarship stipends are the same and all that, we should be able to go out and compete. We should be able to go and play another school in FCS outside of the conference and win these games. And I believe that that's important. So I like that. 2 times for Quinn, on that. Don't get me started talking about Miami. Ashley been trying to keep me away from that because, baby, I am a FAMU Rattler and I am a University of Miami Hurricane. Okay, born and raised. Let's get that madness, baby.
Listen,
Ashley is married too. So let me tell you,
listen,
Ashley is married to somebody from Indiana. So she's a little traitorous.
I can't ride with. I gotta protect home. The name stays home.
Listen, you gotta stay married, y'all. Ashley is riding with the Hoosiers because her husband is from Indiana, in case y'all didn't know. So Ashley like the Colts. Ashley, oh my gosh.
Now here's what's funny. I actually don't necessarily root for the Colts, but I have to tell you offline why I don't root for the Colts, and you're gonna laugh when I tell you why I can't root for the Colts. But I actually, you know what I like? Signetti that won me over. I'm gonna just be honest.
He has won me over too.
He has won me over.
Outside of playing for the U. And what I can appreciate in football is domination. I can appreciate it.
And confidence.
So the domination for me, Signetti was on that sideline making faces like they was down 21 points. They up 40 points, and he is over there stewing. He pissed. You know what I mean?
I was like, calm down.
Girl, he was still making them ugly faces that he
girl, do you be seeing them faces?
So I love Signetti. He definitely. So Ted, listen.
Lace up your boots.
Tell them they better strap them boots up. Let me tell you, against when we play Ole Miss, y'all, when it came down to the wire at the end, my friend was laughing at me because I was pacing back and forth. Okay, I was literally like, all right. I was speaking in tongues. I wasn't even watching because I was like, we gonna win this game.
Listen, and let's just be honest, Miami was really trying their best. Like they were just doing something.
Trying to.
I'm like, Miami, come on
now. Like I told somebody,
they dominated the game. Miami literally dominated the game, but the score didn't show that. The score didn't show that when you really consider. Yeah, the penalties was giving the game away. And Trinidad Chambliss, who literally was literally a D2 quarterback last year. That a lot of people. I was on X, and people were like, "Wait, he was in D2 last year." I'm like, "Absolutely." Ferris State, and it's close to the SWAC because his OC came to Mississippi Valley, which many people, there was a lot of
chatter about him going
about whether or not Chambliss would follow his OC. And could y'all imagine if Chambliss had followed his OC?
I think it still would have been okay because he had no other pieces. Like if you
would have had no pieces, but he would have had scored all the points.
What's his name? Yeah, because he can't score them all, and he's not. I mean, he can be mobile, but it's not like he's not an Andrew Body who's just gonna run run the touchdown in. But I'm gonna say this. Now I had what's his name that went to Jackson? I can't think of his name. You know the boy went to Jackson from Valley.
Oh, Rembert.
Now Trinidad Chambliss,
they would have been lighting up the swag all night.
Remember that Valley?
Them two would have been lighting up the swag all night, and the OC was with them.
Oh my God, it would not have been nice. Now they would have needed a little help on the offensive line, but baby, we didn't need Trinidad Chambliss to do that, Demetra.
You hear me?
Out here. Don't get me started.
Don't get started. We're in 2026, Demetra.
It's a new season. It's a new day. Okay.
It's a new day. I'm fresh and
But yes, definitely. Listen, Miami is going to have to play one of the cleanest games, like how they played with Ohio State. Clean, and I got to hear, which was very, I know it's SEC ball. That's what my friend. Oh, this SEC ball. This SEC ball. But we got to hear Bane and Mesler. They got to get off their blocks. They got to, They got.
I would say this. I think that Miami's defense might be a tougher defense than the Colts. I'm sorry, the Colts. What
Oregon.
Indiana? Has had.
Definitely.
I think that's where now Indiana has been high scoring all season. They will put up points on you like nobody's business.
That's big. That's big football.
And I'm not too sure. I don't know if they'll kind of neutralize each other, like defense to defense on opposite sides. But I use offenses. They have some of the best wide receivers I have seen. So I heard a stat. I think they've only dropped like maybe 6 passes or something very like outrageous and
Mendoza don't throw incomplete.
He don't throw. I would tell you this. It was about 3 interceptions that he threw that should have been interceptions. That
you talking about last night?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about Mendoza. He threw about three or four balls that should have been interceptions,
into
right?
the third quarter, he only had like 3 incompletions. It was something insane.
Yeah.
Now he got a little
his
sloppy.
receivers don't drop passes. Like, not only does he try to put the ball in good spots, his receivers, I noticed they were making acrobatic catches. They were stretching out. They were running through the,
But here's the thing. The speed that they're gonna see in Miami.
Yep. I saw that too. That they haven't seen that. And I don't believe Indiana has any speed. Now, I would tell you this. I don't know all the teams they played all season. I'm not too sure if they've seen any level of speed this whole season per se.
I mean, but not like Miami.
But not Miami speed. So somebody made a comment. There was a thread going around, and they were like, "Well, basically, Indiana hasn't seen Miami speed. Indiana doesn't really have speed." So somebody else is like, "Well, they don't really need it." Being honest. And I'm like, yeah, but I think in Mendoza,
it's gonna be an interesting matchup.
Mendoza started trying to be a Superman last night. You saw him fumble.
He did.
And he even said it in the presser, the after game presser. He even post game presser. He even mentioned like he was kind of. They told him to calm down. You don't have to do too much. Mendoza can just chill. I don't know, but I think this is gonna be an exciting game.
Here's my thing with Mendoza. I think that he's so in his head. If you know, not only is as far as athleticism, Mendoza is very like they talked about all the time how before he even got there, he wanted to memorize everybody's name. He wanted to know who they were. Like he's very thoughtful, and I think that sometimes he gets in his head too much, and that could not be good for him playing Miami. Because if you let them boys from Miami get in your head, it's not gonna be good. Now, here's my concern with my boys, Miami. We got a lot of injuries. You got Moten.
Yes.
You got Mesidor.
Yes. They got two freshmen. Secondary. Is it secondary like true freshmen?
Well, yeah, right? The secondary was beat up, but I mean, even as far as like real, like on that defensive line, you got Mesidor, but they do kind of crazy stuff sometimes. Moten, they all are nursing injuries, and then I think that I don't know if they're gonna, of course they got until the 19th, which is good to kind of heal up and get themselves together. But man, they nursing a lot of injuries, so I don't know how all of that is going to work out as far as when it's time to play the game. Because that Mendoza, he's a smart, he's smart. You need to be. He's really, really smart.
He's meticulous too.
Really high IQ.
Here's I'm gonna say this last thing because I got to see some comments about. We need to get back to our Rattler business. But this is what I will absolutely say is that while I think that they're going to be a challenge for each other, Miami and IU, Indiana, but Miami gonna have to. When you talk about injuries, they can't. I don't believe that they got to figure out how to grow those boys up quickly if they're true freshmen and young, because those wide receivers are the truth over there in Indiana. And the quarterback. So if you got secondary and he throwing them passes like he throw, like that secondary gonna have to come to play and like grow up really fast in the next 10 days.
They're gonna be. They're good. I think they just had an uncharacteristic game last week because the secondary has been pretty good. I mean, we have granted, but I think they'll be okay. We just need to really play a clean game. It was it's not uncharacteristic. I shouldn't say uncharacteristic because they had like 99 penalties on the season, but I just feel like they did not play a clean game against Ole Miss, and they took advantage of that. But I also too, I've been saying this for the longest. I know I told Demetria and Ashley we got to chat. I've been saying I think Malachi Tony is hurt. I think he is playing through some type of injury in some way. Something is
playing pretty decent.
And he's playing great. He's playing amazing. But I do think that he is, and also too, as the old folks would say, he light in the, he light in the ASS. You know what I'm saying? That's really that boy is really a senior in high school.
Yes,
he's about 160, 150.
17 years old.
What I'm saying?
Maybe 18 now.
Taking them body blows like he taking. That's why he kept fumbling the ball against Texas A&M and Ohio, baby. That little body wasn't used to all that. But he did pretty good with that against Ole Miss. But of course they're gonna exploit that if you're known to drop a ball or fumble a ball. So he gonna have to, Oh, we're gonna put you in Tech. I'm gonna put you.
Do that. All right,
we're gonna add you in.
Yeah, we got you. We're gonna do that.
I got you. Anyway, back to FAMU.
So back to FAMU again. Back to our AD. I'm gonna go back to a couple of old comments that was made, older or before we started. Went on our tangent about this championship game that's coming up. But back to our AD, we didn't really talk about him. We talked about him some, but we didn't give him his shine. But again, this new AD, while there, there's conversations about things that we won't even delve into. But what we do know and what we can see from this press conference and his speech and what he said he intends to do, we do know that he's a businessman. And we do know that he understands, because of small things that are big in the long run is what he did. Like you mentioned, he came in with the ask. He came in with the commitment of personal commitment as well. One thing that stuck out to me the most, probably from what he specifically said, is he kept mentioning ecosystems, the word ecosystem. And if you know what an ecosystem is, we're all intelligent enough to know what an ecosystem is, but it's a community. It's a community of people all working together and doing their job to make the bigger thing, bigger goal, the bigger function work. So to me, that tells me that when you use words like that, that you are collaborative, that you desire to be collaborative, that you want to bring in all of these individual groups to be one, to work towards the greater goal, in which we are doing. Like we're watching the Restore the Strike campaign be one thing, and everybody's working towards it together. You got a QB Club, you got Fang Exchange, you got ONG Strike Zone, you have Rick Kinsey and Rattlers in Arms. You have just individual alums across the country who are all putting in towards this one common goal. So I can appreciate, him referencing ecosystems and modernization. Those are kind of the two words that kind of stood out to me in his speech. And I look forward to seeing, him put those things into action as we all come together and continue to support athletics, because as an AD, of course, he has to be concerned about all sports, right? He has to be as concerned about all the sports. He has to be concerned about all 300 or so athletes across the board, all coaches on every level, and all support staff that makes this thing go round. So I can really, really, really appreciate, again, the ecosystems. Those two words kind of stick out to me more than anything. Mary 305, how you doing? Thanks for coming to chat with us on this Saturday. It's afternoon now. We kind of bring it in. We really bringing it into the afternoon on this afternoon. So we're thankful for you all coming in and chatting with us on a Saturday afternoon, late morning, early afternoon, when we are typically on Thursday nights. And one thing, Shay's not on the screen right now, but we're considering moving our show day to earlier in the week. It's a new year, and we have not done it yet, but we're talking in the background about moving the show day to make it a little bit more cohesive to the way the sports are unfolding and to the way things happen on a weekly basis. So there's a good chance that we will either add a day and kind of put something else on a Thursday, or just kind of switch all together. And that's another thing that we're considering, for you all who are members, or either considering, or those of you who just come and hang out with us on a weekly basis, or when we're on live, to let you know that we are strongly considering switching our day to something that's a little bit more conducive and not so necessarily late in the week. But it's Rattlers that's talking Rattler sports or Rattler news almost every day of the week. So we got it, we got it easy, and we got it good, that we can kind of come on and talk and eat to each other, hang out, and discuss things that benefit and support our Rattler sports. So earlier in the chat, Ms. Gail mentioned Coach Quinn's suit at the press conference. And that's another thing. Our guy came in there hitting with his attire. And that's another part. You look good, you feel good, and you play good, right? So with that being said, Coach Quinn came in with his striped plaid green with the orange stripes. I even noticed it had the orange buttons on the vest of his suit. So yeah, Coach Quinn came in. He came in swinging. He was like, "Hey, I'm here. I want y'all to see that I'm here. I look good. I feel good." He was happy. It felt good. The energy, he brought the energy, even with his presence, is the way I saw it as the press conference went on. So what do y'all think about Coach Quinn's suit and just the overall thing? Custom made. That's right, little baby. That was a custom made suit. And that tells me, again, attention to details. Details really do matter. Y'all know, you gotta do the small things right to get the big things right. And a custom made suit, again, could be considered small or just not a big deal to some, and maybe a lot, but it shows the care that he had, that he wanted to present himself in a manner one of a kind. When you're talking custom made, that's one of a kind. So he went out of his way to make sure he looked good. I know his wife and family was really happy and proud to know that he's back. They're both Rattlers, so that's another thing. We have some Rattler blood in. And when I knew that we were looking for a new coach, even before we were officially looking for a new coach, I knew that we needed some Rattler energy and blood infuser to that field house. I knew it. I mean, I think all of us could probably tell that we kind of had lost our way in the matter of who we are as Rattlers and what we do, the small things. I heard him mention even like the cannon, and look, that cannon comment is controversial because you got some folks like bring it back. It's nostalgia. It's the old school thing to do, and you have other folks like, no, man, that cannon too loud. That cannon causing me PTSD. I personally, my own thoughts. I like the cannon. I'm imagining the cannon and the light show. Can y'all imagine that? Can y'all imagine touchdowns all throughout Bragg, light show, which we already have? Of course, if it's a night game, it's more effective as a night game. You got the cannon, boom, the light show immediately, boom, you got the DJ going, you got the band going. So can y'all imagine like the cannon and the light show at night? There's a whole lot going on, but that's Club Bragg. Then you throw the music in there because we already know B-Dot and our DJ gonna turn it up on that thing. Listen, that's all we could imagine. We back to talking about. I don't know if you could hear it, but we're back to talking about the presser and the cannon and all the things.
I heard. So let me just say this. I'm just excited that we're gonna actually hear a cannon in Bragg this year.
Exactly.
And y'all take that how y'all want to take it. Because we know the cannon only comes out.
Let's just be honest. While we did not have the cannon and many people did not appreciate
we wouldn't have heard it.
Had a cannon, I don't think we didn't miss it. We wouldn't have missed it. We're going to hear it anyway.
We didn't hear it too much last year. We wouldn't have heard it too much last year anyway.
Exactly.
And not at home, we only hear, I ain't trying to be funny, but baby, when we look at...
Hey, in 2026, we're going to be real. And that's real.
That's the truth.
It's just the truth.
We would not have heard that cannon. Maybe
once?
We would have heard it once against Bama State, once against... Go back to EA's comment. EA talked about that.
I'm pulling it up right now. I'm going right back to it now.
Instead of asking. So I'm going to say this. I agree with you, but I don't think you can supplement alumni giving. I think that it will help, but you still have to give back. You have to get alums to give as well. But I think it will also help. I think
I do agree. Yeah. I see your comment referencing in Florida. We'll just talk about. We'll just say it. In Florida, it was a law, rule, regulation, whatever you want to call it, passed that allows state institutions to use auxiliary funds that previously could not be used to go towards athletics, rev share. Other institutions, to my understanding, are implementing that into their programs, and that's what EA is referencing. That we need to. That would be a great opportunity for us to go ahead as Rattlers, because we're a state institution as well, so we have the same. Right. And you don't have to use all of the funds. Right. I think it's 20 million that is allowed. That's allowed to use, and we don't necessarily have to use all 20 million, in that regard. But some portion of that, I agree, we need to do both. We need to continue to engage with our alums, because engagement matters, belonging matters, and just being able to walk around and say you're alum is one thing. To be able to say I'm a donating alum, a giving alum,
a stakeholder. That's how you build stakeholder.
It matters. It does matter that we are still stakeholders, no matter what money we have. So yes, I think we should implement both and continue to be engaged as alums, but as well as the business of things.
Because like Kelvin said, I'm gonna steal this from Kelvin, being a stakeholder, right? Rattler Nation, like Kelvin said, I'm taking this directly from Kelvin. We may not have a say in who get hired, but you better know we're gonna have a say in who get fired.
And you know what? When he said it, I was like,
facts.
Boom.
That's because we are invested stakeholders. Because
we're stakeholders, and it was facts. And if we're being honest, we are the customers, because we are the people who purchase season tickets. We are the people who who go to concession stands. We are the people who go to the basketball games and all the other games. We are the people who
and when
who
you
watch when you can't. Right, we
you
travel.
You
have to put out a product that
say,
is to your customer that your customer wants to see. Right, so it does matter what alums say, and being a stakeholder does matter, and you can't have a say without putting in. Right, nobody's gonna listen to you if you're not putting nothing in. So it does matter to be a stakeholder. I'm willing to apply the pressure, not just hear them talk. I think conversations is the first step, because we have a new AD who was introduced yesterday, right? And we do have to give him an opportunity to implement it, but we also need to make sure. So I agree, we need to have the conversations, and see what the direction is of our athletic department into how they intend to do that. And we need to move fast, because it could help us put out some of those needs and modernization that was spoken of, and it could help in that way. But yeah, I think that we do need to continue to have the conversation.
And I think also too, Ed, that the pressure also comes from the fact that that's why I say you can't get rid of alumni giving, right? And which I don't think that you're saying that necessarily, but because we do give, we can put that kind of pressure on our SA department. I also feel like the timing of everything is great, right? I think that when people are brand new, they come in the first 100 days, most people that come in, they want to listen. And so this is the time. But also when they make these tours, like for example, the strike tour is coming to a city near you. We got to be there, because when we talk about applying pressure, the AD is not reading our comments on Twitter. The AD is not reading our comments on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Like, the pressure comes when we put ourselves in places to be able, for one, we give. We know, like, Ashley and I, like we said, we've already sat down and we'll have more conversation, but we've already talked to Coach Quinn. We put ourselves in position to be able to have these conversations with people that make the decisions, and that comes with investment. And if you're not investing in the program, nobody wants to hear what you have to say. So ranting and raving on Twitter, that's great. And it makes for great conversation and engagement on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. But them people want to know, what is your investment to my program? If I'm not listening to you if you're not helping. Exactly. So I was just saying it. You can't really come in my house and tell me what to do if you ain't help me. You got to be invested. And if you are not invested, it is an opinion. It is not any pressure being applied. So definitely.
And if you notice, I mean, we can look at it at our own institution and even other institutions. The investors and the people who are really invested financially and in their time, and in not just time, is money talks, literally. So those that are invested, they're the ones making waves and making impressions, should I say, on the people that make the decisions at the top. So that's an important part. So EA, we do need to have conversations and keep the conversations rolling, but we also need to show a stronger investment as well, and continue to invest and even dig deeper, and not leave it to the quarterback club, not leave it to the certain organizations who do it. We all got to get in how we can, and get in the game, which I've been saying for a long time. Like, get in, because again, we could talk all day, but when they go back to the records books and they look and they find your name and our name, they will, and they say, oh, okay. That person just always talks. So we got to dip into our investment as well.
And not only, let me say this, as you mentioned, the quarterback club, y'all. First of all, 95% of the people in the quarterback club are on fixed incomes, right? We have exhausted those entities, the quarterback club, the boosters, whatever. We have exhausted those entities. We can't just depend on them to carry the burden of being alumni support. We like the AD asked for $100 for a year. You can't tell me that 50,000 Rattlers can't do that. You can't tell me.
70. You're not gonna tell me that.
You can't tell me that we cannot a year.
I mean, I don't like to pocket watch. I don't count anybody's dollars.
No, yes. But 50,000 of us can do that.
No one can tell me that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's literally two tickets to a game. Okay, 2 tickets to a game. That's
some of y'all. Some folks pay more than that for a homecoming ticket when you didn't buy the ticket.
Literally, because you wait to the last minute.
Correct. The homecoming tickets be upwards of $200 sometimes.
So you can't tell me we can't do that. So the pressure that we apply is only going to be received if it is followed up, or actually if it comes on the wings of support. and support in the form of dollars. I don't care nothing about what you got to say if you ain't helped me. It is an opinion. So, with that being said, we're off our rant, right? We're off our soapbox. But you asked. No, I'm just kidding.
So yes, the $20 million is something that does not really require any effort from us as alums.
Yeah.
It does not, right? We know that it's already been approved. They can implement that as soon as they get ready as leaders. But if for some reason we feel as alums that those types of things are not being implemented, we don't really know why. If it's not, we don't even know. It's a lot of ifs going around, right?
Right.
But we said all that to say that the best way to get someone to listen to us is by increasing and sustaining our investment and our support to all of these coaches, because we have winning coaches in multiple programs.
And I don't ever want the athletic department to stop asking us for money, because when if they ever stop asking us for money, my eyes gonna be real big. Because
I know of an athletic department that is not taking, that is basically not asking for the help of their alums, and it shows.
They doing whatever they want to do.
They do whatever they want to, and the alums are not happy about it.
So as long as you're asking me for my money, you gonna also take my input. Mm-hmm. If you're not asking me for my money, I'm gonna be looking crazy, because that means you just out here doing whatever you want to do. So correct. Even if the money that we give goes to, and let me say this, Mr. John Davis, I don't know if you're watching, maybe, because sometimes people be watching. But if the
Mr. Shea learned last homecoming that it's a lot of folks.
It's a lot of folks watching. We be surprised
that we did not know.
If you watching, whoever is helping, everybody that has their hands in athletics, let's work towards getting some type of athletic complex for our athletes. I don't know how we can do it. I don't know how it can happen. But if there is an athletic complex where the athletes have not only their own dormitories or a place where they can stay, but also a small calf. What I'm learning in visiting a lot of these SWAC schools is they have multiple cafeterias. You know what I'm saying? They have multiple. We need a sports complex. We need an area that has a calf for the athletes. And then let me say this too. I ain't know, I got a couple of degrees, but I ain't no president of the university. But I do know how to reason. We should not be renegotiating any more deals with Aramark, Mets, or anybody else without saying that y'all need to agree to feed and service our athletes. At bare minimum, they should be able to eat at the cafeteria. Y'all, don't negotiate no more contracts without putting some stuff in the contract for our athletes. That should be the least of their worries, is where they eat at. What they gonna eat, these people put their bodies on the line for us. We need to make sure that happens. Work on getting a sports complex, and maybe that's already been talked about or whatever. I don't know. I'm not privy to the conversations, but I just see a need, and I think that's something we need to discuss. Athletics needs their own complex, and I'm not just talking about for football. It would be an entire athletic complex for all athletes, with a cafeteria, with something. We have a lot of people that are coming into power here at our school that are coming into positions that have some really strong ties to the governor's mansion. Lean on your people, okay? Lean on your people and get our athletes the things that we need. We should be able to be a premier program, not only FBS, but not only HBCU, but FCS. Okay, see what's going on down the street. We can get some of these things as well. We need a sports complex. That's something we need to really talk about. Let them have their own calf, their own housing, and so that way, because you're 24, 25. You don't want to stay in Sampson and Young. You know what I mean? It's just the fact. You don't want to stay in Sampson and Young. We need a sports complex that has all the things they need. And so let's lean in on that, y'all. Let's start bringing that up.
And yesterday, going off, when you said that, made me think about a comment that Coach Quinn made yesterday in his press conference about the practice field and being able to have a practice, practice field, and being able to cover that field, make it potentially indoor, at least just cover things like that make the difference. And Coach Quinn made a great point. He has pride in that field house and all the buildings on Family Campus, just like all of us do. And there's a reason we have the pride. These new athletes and students come in here and they want things. They want to see things, which is pretty much what he said. They want to see things. So those are the things that they would like to see. And it's from a facilities perspective. Yes, it's an NIL perspective into that, but there's a training table perspective. We've had conversations with athletes that were considering transitioning out of the athletic department. Football program, that have, since decided to stay, and even in previous years, but definitely this year as well. With Coach Quinn coming in, and that was the conversation part.
Yeah.
The fueling stations and things of that nature matters to these athletes, because let's just be honest, while everybody won't make it to the NFL or the CFL or the AFL and all the FLs, they have a desire to do so, and the only way you get to those spots are with the proper resources,
nourishment,
and the nourishment and all the things. So now that we're in an era where the transfer portal is taking over college football. Many people kind of are turned off when they hear NIL, but really the transfer portal and the ability to leave and bounce around and stay within your conference and play next year, although you played last year, and all the things, is really what is shaking things up more than NIL. NIL just adds fuel to that fire when you're talking money and how much money can one school give over the next.
It's the transfer portal y'all need to be mad with,
is not really what has opened up the door to allow students to just control their destiny, which is okay, because it's only fair. Yeah, but what we don't want is to have students who would stay, like to stay, want to stay, but feel that they need to make another decision due to a resource conversation, which again, we have opportunities and we have new leadership who has connections, like it's already been said. Let's make our place top tier to the point where there's no reason, because I can tell you this, for the culture, for the education, for being in Tallahassee for your 4 years or 5 years, trust me, that's not the reason that they want to make a transition out of FAMU. That's not it at all. It has everything mainly to do with resources within these programs that they believe that they can receive at another place. And sometimes, unfortunately for them, they do it at the risk of their playing time and things of that nature. But they have to do what's best for them. So I do believe that we need to have a conversation about facilities. Coach Quinn has already said you're not stepping on that Bragg Memorial Ken Riley Field if you didn't practice right. So what that means, you're not practicing on it. It's time to go back to the practice field and practice over there. And then when you play right on the practice field, it's an honor to be on Ken Riley Field on a Saturday afternoon or evening. And that's the kind of stuff that I like to hear from a real Rattler. That while y'all practicing on the practice field, it's an honor to step on that grass. It ain't you can play on that practice field all day, but it's an honor to be on that grass. Did you earn to step on Ken Riley Field?
Yeah. It's akin to, which I thought was a little hyperbolic what he did, not Quinn, but y'all remember when Hugh, I call him Hugh, I almost said, but he took the G's off the helmet at Grambling, because that G means something in HBCU football. Now that was hyperbolic. It was a little, it was a little exaggeration, but what he was saying was that it was an honor to wear that G. That is a historic G in HBCU football. Eddie Robinson was that man. You know what I mean? And it was it was something to aspire to. So he took the G's off. But it's the same thing with us. Like, when you step on that field, you got to know what this is about. You know what I mean? And so
it's got to be an honor to be here, and not just you got every day. Oh, I was here. I practiced here last night. I ain't, I'm not.
Yeah, no big deal. No,
and you'll play with some heart and some energy.
It will make you want to protect it. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Because what happened, and we're not gonna harp on the past, but man, it's been a long time since Rattlers have seen the season where we got blew out at Bragg continuously week after week. That should not ever be the case on Ken Riley Field.
Nope.
At Bragg Memorial Stadium.
We got too much history. We have too much pride.
It dishonors the people before us. It dishonors the people before us with that. Yep. So
and unfortunately last year, some of those people before us weren't in attendance.
Yeah. And one thing about it, we not crazy. Wins and losses come with football, right? We ain't foolish. But it's a way that everything is done. You win with grace and you're supposed to lose with pride. Not 40 points. That's come on now. But anyway.
I see a comment. EA says the reason he was saying because I agree with you, EA, as well. Yeah, like absolutely. there is a sense of urgency for a lot of these things. It does give us a competitive advantage if we do it right. So I do agree. Lean into those connections that our leadership now has that may not have necessarily had in the past. Lean into them, give us a competitive advantage. And yes, that is true. We do not have time is definitely of the essence in reference to this, because the landscape has changed.
Mm-hmm.
The landscape changed, honestly, for our level 2 years ago. It changed for the Power 5 level and G5 level 4 or 5 years ago.
Right. We always, gonna be behind, but absolutely, I do agree with the urgency.
But we have time
we
to
know
make
how
the modernization happen, and we just got to come in and hit the ball rolling and
we know
run.
how quick legislation can change,
Yeah.
especially in Florida, baby. And we're about to come into, well, not we, because I live in Georgia, but Florida will always be home. But Florida's about to undergo a power change, and we don't know which way the pendulum is going to swing. But whatever that is, whatever is advantageous in this particular
You need to use it now, because the approval can change. They can come back and say, all right,
swing.
It won't be the same.
So,
it will not be the same.
Absolutely.
Hey, Roger, I want to make sure I speak to Roger. Hey, Roger, thank you for coming and joining us today. We are actually
what's the currency, Roger?
I don't know what the currency you're
Roger,
necessarily referring to.
Tell us what you're talking about. The foreign currency.
The foreign currency. But I will say thank you for joining us. Make sure you like the page so you can see other shows as they come up on YouTube. And
tell us about the foreign currency.
And you're welcome to come and join us every week. I told them to share. I don't know if you heard this part, but I told them we were strongly considering changing our day from Thursday to an earlier day in the week, just to roll better with the way sports are rolling out.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we probably gonna do that. Probably most definitely gonna do that.
Yeah. Tessette says she's like the way he asked former Rattlers to come back. Yes, Coach Quinn absolutely asked for former Rattlers to come back, because again, he knows what it's like. He knows, and he was here when there was a standard, when the standard was the standard. How I say that. And it's nothing like being here. Not only did you live it, like he played in it. He played in that standard. So ain't no Billy Joe, Coach Billy Joe.
And I'm gonna say, I think what I like is that he understood that he ain't necessarily gonna have to ask for him to come back. All he got to do is give us something to come back for. One thing about Rattlers, you give us something to come back for, because when Willie came back, football tradition had diminished because we weren't as great. But because I remember at that time, people were leaving after halftime. You know what I mean? They were leaving after the Marching 100 show. And when Willie came back, he gave us something to come back for. By the time he left out of there and made his exit in 2023, people that could care less about FAMU football were into FAMU football. Yep. You give us something to come out for, we gonna come. Now, some of us gonna come regardless. We gonna sit in the rain and watch some of us.
Some of us gonna be here regardless, or we just gonna sit through whatever we sit through.
But you give him something to come for. Quinn, he already know that it's
gonna. And he already infused that energy is already there.
Yeah, he knows.
I mean, just from the press conference, just from the hire being announced, and then the press conference adds to that. That energy is already there. And then when we add in these coaches that are being coming to the.
Did they announce? I don't think they announced.
They haven't officially announced coaches, because you got to go through the process. But we got some good coaches coming into the fold. Some people have already.
We can talk about Ryan Lewis. Everybody know about
Ryan Lewis is.
I'm excited about that.
Ryan Lewis, another one that's already been spoken of is Clinton Portis as running back.
Okay, I just want to make sure that Clinton. I didn't know if they had talked about Clinton.
Yeah, but Clinton Portis, Ryan Lewis.
Ryan Lewis is, if anybody doesn't know, because I saw a couple people in the alumni.
Some people are confusing Ryan Lewis.
In the Facebook alumni chat is behind Twitter. Okay, like they don't be.
Y'all get an X page. Those of you on Facebook that come and watch this page, make yourselves an X page. Come on over to X.
Make your way over to Twitter.
Because trust me, you will get information on the hot off the press.
Hot off the press.
It would be so hot. It would be blazing hot off the press.
Yeah, I saw some people in the Facebook chat like, "Oh, well, who is Ryan Lewis?" Because people were so excited. If you recall that Alabama State defense with Bubba and in 2022 and all that Alabama State defense that was like #1 in the country, and that's Ryan Lewis. That's him. Okay. He is a Bethune-Cookman alum. He's from Florida, or at least with the school in Florida. He coming, y'all. So when we talking about restoring the clouds, that dark cloud defense, the clouds are on the way. Get your umbrella.
The clouds are on
the way.
So get ready for your pop-up, because we already got a head coach who can be an OC, and who is a quarterback, and who is offensive minded,
a play caller,
and a play caller.
Which is what we need. Restore that air raid offense.
And then you got a defensive minded guy, in addition to the other defensive coaches that'll come with him. You got
put them
defensive,
together. And Clinton
a
Portis
DC
to coach running backs.
running backs. Yeah, Jamal Haley getting
Something
that type of wisdom and experience, because Jamal Haley is already raw on his own, and he's coming back. So
He ain't just raw. I think Jamal Haley really just didn't get enough touches.
he just didn't get enough touches, right?
He didn't get
And then we
enough
got Bo
touches
Somerset.
last year. You had a Thad, and you had Bo, and you had Jamal Haley. So we had a nice little stable. You know what I'm saying? But
Yep.
Clinton Portis and
Clinton
Jamal
Portis to work
Haley.
with Bo
Clinton
Somerset.
Portis and Bo Somerset.
And Jamal Haley. And then whomever else that, and then what you all may not realize is that me and Tashay knows for sure that there are a couple running backs that you all never, mostly didn't get a chance to see, and
but they nice,
and they might come out. Rattlers that were on last year's team that were actually nice. We had some nice running backs on that team last year.
Sure did.
So just keep supporting, keep rooting for the Rattlers as we always do. There's some games today, I believe. Like, keep in mind that we are in the thick of basketball season. We are rolling on. We're in track season. We're rolling into softball season, football off season this year, spring game, and all the things. So we got to keep abreast. We got to keep it up, and we'll be back.
Another thing.
He said, "Wait a minute before y'all close out this show. I got one more thing to say."
And another thing, we got you, EA. We got you. But anyway, y'all, we've been on here for an hour and 15 minutes.
We've been on here. We just wanted to come in and chat with you. We'll be back, and we will be ready to talk these games that'll transpire between Southern, Grambling, and basketball. And we're looking for some wins, fellas and ladies.
Yeah, Ashley is learning me basketball. Y'all know I'm a football girly. Ashley is really at heart a basketball girly.
I'm a basketball girly at heart.
Some things. I'm getting to know some things. I'm falling in love with basketball. I'm lying. Don't lie. But I'm falling in love. You'll come around. You'll come around. I'm falling in love with basketball a little bit more. So yes, I can't wait. For like I said, the tournament. And I hope y'all, if you come to the tournament, which you need to come, y'all come to the tournament.
Y'all, it's in Atlanta, right?
It's in Atlanta.
That's too
Everybody's
easy.
gonna be there. Our
that's
girls and boys will be there.
Territory anyway. Let's go and be the same way we would be at a tournament for football or whatever it may be. Let's get in them stands and cheer on our student athletes.
And when you see us out, because y'all gonna, me and Ashley will be there. Say something to us,
right?
Because some of y'all we still haven't met yet. So, make sure you come. Homecoming, we met a lot of y'all. We
met a lot of folks homecoming.
Homecoming, y'all did our little hearts so well. Because y'all, listen. Okay.
Yeah. So make sure that we are supporting. Make sure we are investing. Make sure that we are continuing to give to the Restore the Strike campaign. Make sure that we are.
He thinks that this is when it's foreign currency exchange. No, this is FANG exchange.
No, this is okay. So this is a foreign currency exchange, but we do take American currency.
Visit the website www.fangexchange.com.
Right here.
If you want to put some of that currency,
that currency you speak of,
the financial investments,
we will gladly
put it here. We'll take it.
Your USD currency.
Anyway, y'all, we about to go. We love y'all. Y'all have an amazing weekend. Restore the Strike, all in with Quinn. Give your $100 for the year that the AD asked for. Get your season tickets once they come out. Book your hotel once we find out what homecoming weekend is gonna be. Get your tickets. What else?
OBC.
Support basketball. Get your tickets. If basketball is coming to your city, please support. If you live in one of the cities where basketball will be traveling to, support. Go by, take a basket, take them something to eat, give them dinner, whatever the case may be. Softball is on the way. Support. Of course, the track meets. Anything else we forgot? Lay around for the day change. For FANG Exchange show. It's Thursdays right now, but it's going to be changing. We're looking at Tuesday, but we will definitely
We'll
let
keep
you
more
know
information on
ahead
that.
of time. I can't wait to get back on Kelvin. OMG, y'all need to put us back on now.
It's not for the. I miss the Avengers. I really do miss
I
the
missed it
Avengers.
so bad.
We
So
got to
are
get
we
back now.
assembling? Are we assembling for the spring game? We need to. Kelvin, if you're still in the
We
chat,
got to
we got to
assemble
put
for the
something
spring
together
game.
for the spring game.
Yeah, we didn't assemble
So,
for the spring game,
and for
but
the schedule release.
we probably will assemble for the schedule release. And that's coming pretty soon. There's been some chatter in different back channels about our schedule. So
Yeah, because I heard so I done got the tea on who our OBC opponent is. Did I tell you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
OBC will be interesting. Get ready for that.
Yeah.
And we got another Kelvin said done. Okay, perfect.
All right, Kelvin. Thank you.
We'll talk the schedule.
I miss y'all.
Right, we gotta get together. Give us a day. The Avengers is y'all. We here now. We got to stay around.
Yeah. Absolutely. Anyway, we ain't gonna keep y'all. It's Saturday. Time to go.
It's time to go do some other things, and we'll be back around. And thank y'all for joining. As always,
restore the strike. All in with Quinn.
Strike, and strike again. See ya.